Hey, what's going on? My name's Miguel. This is my first time doing anything like this. I've realized I want to be able to create for people and to be able to show them things that maybe they don't see in themselves, or that they have always gone through something or have been through this consistent fight through life and think that there's no hope. And I really just want to be able to show people that there is hope no matter what your circumstances, no matter where you are in life. There is opportunity as long as you want it to happen and truly want it to happen. Not one of those people that say, "Oh yeah, I want this, I want this, I want that," but don't want to put the work in for it. This would take a lot of work, and I want to be able to show you that I've put in the work because I know I'm a 20-year-old. I just graduated high school in May of 24. But I've done door to door life insurance sales my basically since I've been out of school, and I recently just quit last week because I kind of realized it wasn't for me. I realized I know I can't be used to my full potential when I'm in a work setting, so I want to be able to do this to be able to kind of be used to my full potential. Well, not kind of. I do want to do this to be able to be used to my full potential, and basically just be able to help people realize what took me so long to realize in myself, because the journey that life really is bettering yourself is hard, and it's a hard, lonely, quiet battle. But the thing is, it's not quiet at the same time. It's so hectic because you're doing what you want to do, but then you have your real world things going on in your life that's gonna question what you really want to do. Like, you're gonna think that you can't do it, or it's going to get to a point where you see progress and now it's the actual grind. You know what I mean? So I kind of just want to give a background before I start talking about anything, just so like you're able to understand me a little better, and kind of I can give you how do people say it, maybe credibility. You know what I'm saying? Because I could just be saying this stuff and you have no idea what I do in my day-to-day life, but I want to be able to show you, um or at least tell you. So I graduated 2024, and I was a C grade student at best. There was B's maybe my senior year because I realized that I did want to go to school to like gain the experience for it, but it bit me in the ass because my grades and everything before, I couldn't catch back up. So I couldn't go to like the college I wanted to, so I ended up getting my life insurance license when I was in high school because a good friend of mine, he was a year above me and he had his life insurance license. So I get the license while I'm still in school, and then I was actually supposed to start during the summer, but I ended up quitting because I knew I couldn't do like in the office, because the dude who hired me wanted me to do in the office, and my mind goes, I can't sit still for that long. That's why I was bad in school once again. Um, so then I quit that job, and then I got a door to door insurance job, and I loved it at first. It was amazing. That was a whole script presentation thing. You just had to repeat over and over and over. Then I got to my 6 months there, and I realized it wasn't for me because the product we were selling wasn't really what I wanted to sell. So I switched to something else, and in that 6 month, I hit this 6 month, and I was like, I can't give up now. But I really did feel like I felt it inside of me that I couldn't do it anymore, because I don't know what it is actually. Like, I have these feelings in my body, and I don't know if it's God talking to me or if it's like, I don't know what it is. I really do think it's God talking to me because I do know that God has a plan for me and a story for me. So I know that, I know now that I don't have to worry, because I know my mind and my feelings are going to continuously make me like I can't sit still. And I'm talking about like yeah, I'm unemployed right now, but it's driving me crazy. But I'm like doing more things to be able to better myself while I'm waiting for a new job. I actually got a interview tomorrow, funny, with Cracker Barrel. Just something easy I could do, and then I know that my personality would help me get better tips and stuff. And they have that retail position too, which I might try out for. So I'm going to the interview. I know I'll get the job. It's just figuring out what I'm gonna do there. But like on my free time when I'm not doing that, I want to be able to be doing this and being able to like show people what's in my mind because I have so many thoughts in my mind that I can't get out to people because we're not on the same wavelength. So when I start talking about these things of like doing what you want to do in life and like sacrificing the money and everything for right now, they think it's crazy. Like the people want stability, and that I know that I don't. I've never had stability in my life, so I'm used to not having it. So it's a easy thing for me to be able to be like, okay, whatever, we'll just try something else. Because life insurance, man, I was these last 6 months, I was making the most amount of money I've ever had in my life, and it was amazing. But I realized I wasn't here. I was so successful in this real world, but I wasn't successful in my head, so I consistently like just made myself feel bad for myself. You know what I mean? I I don't want to say feel bad for myself, but I definitely did not see myself to where I see myself now. And the thing is, now I'm down to my last like $1,500. But then I get this job but the thing is, I'm like more content and grateful for everything that I have already that I don't have to worry about like wanting more right now. Like I know that doing this right now and taking these first steps, yeah, this video might be very bad when I first post it, but then I'm going to learn from it and like be able to understand how to actually do it and make it better. Like I'm in my car right now because this is the quietest place I have. Like it, I just quiet this place. So we're gonna upgrade sooner or later, but for right now we're here. Um, but yeah. So back to the story I was telling actually. So I had that feeling 6 months in, and it was just like, man, I know I can do sales and I know I can do life insurance. I'm knowledgeable about both, but the thing that I was selling just wasn't for me, and the system wasn't for me. Excuse me. So I was wondering. I had no idea what I was going to do. But then an opportunity came to me. A guy on Facebook DM'd me about an opportunity, and it we I went out and saw what it was, and I loved it. So then I joined that, and I was doing that for the past 6 months. And man, I when I tell you, I have done more in my life in this past 12 months than I've ever done in my whole life. It like seriously, like I'm not trying to sound like, oh, I never had anything my whole life or anything, because I'm not gonna lie. Like my mom's a hustler, my dad was a hustler when he was in the right mindset, but there was no stability, financial stability, but not emotional stability. And in my opinion, parents are supposed to provide all of the above: the caretaking, the financial stability, and then the emotional stability, because it that's a whole nother topic we could talk about later. But I've never had it, so I was never able to do the things that I knew I would like. I knew I wanted to go explore. Like I was always stuck in my room playing video games. Like that was it. And I was just so cut off from people and like so introverted. And now that I talk to people and they see who I am now, they're so shocked with who I am. And it's like it's such a good feeling, but it's so bad at the same not so bad, but it's such a good feeling, but such a weird feeling too, because like those people see it, but it's still like sometimes it's too late for us to be able to come back from what we did go through, like the way I did act when I was younger. So it's like, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I've just been doing this most amount of things I've ever done in these past 12 months, and it's been amazing. Like I've experienced so much, I've learned so much from these experiences, and I know like I'm so thankful for the opportunity I did have, but it got to a point now last 2 weeks ago. Now like I realize life insurance isn't for me. I could do sales or something like that, but I know I could be better in something somewhere else because I know I've become a people's person. Like I've made my personality people's person. Like I love talking to new people. I love doing all that type of stuff. Like getting to know people, and people do not know this when you continuously put yourself in the position of a 60-40 conversation. So you talking only 40% and having the other person talk 60%, you get so much more out of the conversation because you realize that you start asking these people questions and they start opening up. Like you start asking them actual questions, not the, oh, how's your day going? Or how are you doing? All that type of stuff. Like maybe look at something that's on them and try to come up with a question because people wear what they like. I'm wearing green and then I'm wearing these green sweatpants. I love green. Look at green basket behind me. I love green. And like that's what I look at, the little stuff. And then what else do I see? The earring on me, like this whack earbud that's looked in my ear, but these are actually very good earbuds. Um I got off topic. I don't remember where I was going with that. But yeah, like people like for me, I always try and like talk to cashiers or like employees because they're always wearing like pins or something. Excuse me, I just ate, so I, you know, um, but they're always wearing something that represents them because people love themselves. So no matter if it's a character, a TV show, music, a band, anything about someone, you ask them about it and you see how their whole demeanor changes. People's people's demeanors change when they start talking about themselves. If you are to go into a conversation trying to talk about yourself, you're going to see that person is not going to want to talk anymore. But if you're to go into the conversation trying to learn something about someone, you'll realize you both come out the conversation with, oh, like you come out with either with a feeling, like a better feeling that you had before, or knowledge that you didn't have before. So it's like, oh my gosh, I have a great story actually about that. So I was at Crocker Park a few days ago and I microdosed shrooms. So, oh, I don't know if I can say that. Dude, Joe Rogan, yeah, okay. Um, but yeah, I did, and I was like doing errands and everything, and I went to the Crocker store or Crocker Park. Okay, I live in Cleveland, so Crocker Park, like the mall and everything over there. And I went to the Apple store because I cracked my phone, like the back of my phone. I just got a 16 Pro like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And I cracked it while I was in Puerto Rico and I just didn't get to it. So I got to it now. And then first of all, I walked into the store and the dude who helped me, like I realized he was woke. Like me and him were on the same wavelength because he was in sports management before, but he realized like it was a whole business that he like didn't really want to do, but at the same time he did because he loved sports and everything and he loved communicating with people, but he knew there was something more for him. Um, so I can't remember what he's doing now, but he said he was doing something else on top of the Apple Store because obviously the Apple Store provides for what he needs, and then he's able to create from what he wants, like create what he wants. Um, so I was talking to him, and he actually inspired me to do this podcast stuff because I was thinking about it for a while, but I just never got to it because I was holding myself back from it. But I've been taking what people have been telling me, like seriously, like because I realized that there's no coincidences in life, like no coincidences in life. Everything happens for a reason. So him telling me that, I had to do it now. So now I'm here. So thank you to you. If you, oh my gosh, dude, if you ever see this, I love you, bro. You are the chillest dude I know, and you got your head on straight, bro. Keep going. And I know you are. I know you keep going because you're older than me, and you showed me. So I appreciate you, dude. But then I walked out the store and I had to wait for 3 hours without my phone for them to fix it. So I like walked out the store. First of all, I felt so free coming out of that store, which made me realize I want some like type of flip phone or like a old iPhone or something, just so I have it. And if I need it, I got it. But I don't want a phone. Um, but then I walk out and I see this dude with the Guardians hat on, and I went to the Guardians game on Tuesday because it was their first playoff game, which was yesterday. So I asked him, I was like, "Hey, are you going to the game?" And he was like, "No." He had his sunglasses on, hat, everything. He's like, "No." And then I was like, "Oh, come on, man." And he was like, "Oh, I'm a cheapskate. I spend my money on cars." And I was like, "Oh, what car do you have?" He said like Audi or Maserati, something like that. And he was like, "Oh, it's over there." And I was like, "Oh, well, I can't see it, but yeah, that's cool." And then like I was starting to walk away because like I have conversations with a whole bunch of people and I could tell when they're ready, and it seemed like he was ready. So I was like, okay, let me at least see your glasses. So just in case you do come, I can recognize you. I mean, let me at least see your eyes. So can you take your glasses off so I can at least recognize your eyes if you do go to the game? And he took them off, and then like we started to actually have conversation. Like he realized that I wasn't the same as everyone else because he literally said to me, he was like, people, what you just did, people don't do anymore. And I was like, really? Like, well, I didn't say really. I was like in my head, I was like, really? But at the same time, I understood because once again, phones, phones, phones. People are so stuck up in their own world, which is their phone, they forget that other people are around them. So, like, being able to pick your head up and actually see what's around you, it makes everything so much better because you on social media and your phone, I feel like you're always looking for something and you're always looking to see what's better out there. But when you pick your head up and look around at the real world, you see what's around you that other people do not have. So it just brings so much more like gratitude. And so I was talking to the guy and I was telling him I was on shrooms and everything, and he was like, "Really?" Like, because I can hold myself like the right way. While no matter like what I'm on, I can hold myself. So he um he was like, "Wow, bro, like you're my new hero, like everything." Because we talked for at least like 30 minutes because he was sitting outside waiting for his wife to come out the store, and you know how that is. Um, so we talked for a while, but I can't get into the whole conversation right now because this what I'm talking about right now is not the topic I had, but it just like this has just been flowing now. Which I like. I like that because I got these notes and everything, but it's hard for me to do notes and that type of stuff. But I feel like really good, like just flowing. Um, then his wife comes, and then he talks to his wife and stuff, and then he tells her he's like, we gotta try shrooms now. Like he's my new hero. He showed me that like it can actually help because he was saying he was like, if I was 20 years old, I think he's like. I think he was in his late 40s or something like that, and he does the stickers for the back of like car batteries and stuff. So he's successful. But he told me, and it blew my mind. He told me if I was 20 years old, I would want your mindset instead of mine. Because he was saying I can go through adversity, which was my topic, going through adversity in life because I was telling him everything that was happening with work and then my life story and everything. And he was like, "Wow, like everything you've went through, I'm so shocked that you still have the right mind on you." And that's what I want to be able to show people. Like, I want to be able to show you no matter what you've gone through, what you've been through, what you're going through, you can still come out the right way, bro. Like, if you actually want to put the work in, it will happen no matter what. Like, I'm so serious when I say it. Like, uh, we could get into so many conversations about things that have held me back from life and that I let hold me back. But I realize there's been so much more that has held me back that I still push through. So it's the saying where we haven't come this far to come this far. That's literally what it is. You have not went through all this shit and all the adversity that you've been through already to just give up. Like it's life is a consistent battle of fighting and adversity and keep going. So you have to be able to keep pushing because no one's coming to save you. Oh, you can have the bestest of friends, most motivating friends ever, but you got to remember that dude, that's fire. A mom and her son is on a dirt bike right now, just riding next to each other. That's so fire. But you gotta realize that everyone has their own life. They're experiencing everything their own way. So no one can be there to save you because they're trying to save themselves. And even if they're not trying to save themselves, they're trying to find someone to save them. So they're too caught up in this own world that they've made in their head that they don't have enough energy and time to be able to put into you because they don't have enough energy and time to put into themselves. You know what I mean? And same thing with this is so funny actually. And same thing with people not being able to understand your like worth. You have to know your self-worth because other people do not know their self-worth. So you have to be able to sister's pulling out. You have to be able to like pull yourself and make sure that you're right in your head because you just have to be a sponge. Like people I feel like people within they cannot understand what they really are because they're too caught up in these real world things to be able to sit down and have their own conversations. And that's what the government feeds off of. They feed off of being able to keep you in this ruckus and keep you in this scarcity. Is scarcity the word, or scarcity, like, I know scarcity is like there's not enough of it, but is scarcity still a good word for keep you in like a fright? Okay, I'd say fright. Like that's why anytime you look on the news, there's something bad happening. Social media, a lot of things bad happening. A lot of bad things happening. But you have to be able to know how to use your social media in the right way because what is that word? What is that word? Demographic, not demographic. It's like the thing that your social media produces, what like it produces your like for you page or whatever, and it produces it for you because it sees what your tendencies are. So you have to be able to like fix the tendencies that you're having on social media instead of looking at what other people are doing, what vacations they're on. Look at like the self-help stuff because then your whole feed becomes that. So then now you're able to use that to your own advantage, you know what I mean? Instead of using social media as a getaway, use it as a advantage because getting away is never going to help. Yeah, obviously vacations and like relaxation and all that, yeah, that helps with burnout, but it's not going to help you in the long term goal you have. And once again, you cannot let these real life things change the life goals that you do have already. And that's a whole nother topic we'll get into soon. Well, technically it could be this one as well, and this isn't going to be very long because I know I can't listen to something for more than like 35 minutes. So we're at 21 minutes right now and 40 seconds. But it won't be that long. We probably got like 9 more minutes. Um, or mine. This can be as long as I want. I don't. If you watch it, I'm trying to spread the love. So if you want to show the love back, you do you. You do whatever you want. But dang, where was I going? Now I'm lost. Okay, we're gonna get onto these notes because I got a little too deep. Yes, I went through. Okay, that having that feeling in your body, like what I was talking about earlier, having that feeling in your body, but having to still do the things that you need to do in real life, you have to be able to balance them both. Like having those dreams that you have and the feel like the things that you know you want to do in life, but you think that you're too busy to do them now or you have too much on your plate now. Everyone has too much on their plate. No matter if your plate's this big or your plate's this big, there's too much for everyone. No matter if you've experienced bad things, there everyone has their worst things they've ever experienced. It doesn't matter if your worst thing is better than other like harder than others or if their worst thing is harder than yours. Like you've had your worst things. There's no like you don't have to be like this. Like everyone is here. People forget that everyone is here. We're all on the same earth. We're all same humans. Obviously obviously we all experience things differently, but we're all here. So you have to remember that you if you want it, you have to be able to like push through it. No matter if you're tired, unmotivated, discipline. You have to have discipline. Because if you do not, the motivation is going to die out sooner or later. Fires last, but they don't last for too long. You have to be able to be water and continuously flow because water gets crazy sometimes, but then water slows down sometimes, but it's still going forward. Fire, it goes crazy fire, then dims down, and then you're done. And then the fire's out. But with water, a river stream keeps going, gets crazy, gets crazy, gets crazy, slows down, stops very slow, but it's continuously going and it's reaching. It goes from a river, then it goes to a lake, then it goes to an ocean. You know what I mean? Consistently, just keep going, keep trying. This is what I'm this, and I hope that you can see that I'm trying to do that by taking this first step. This is my first podcast, whatever you want to call it. This is my first step. Well, I would say like second or third step because I've done like the social media thing and like I'm growing that too. But this is the first step into doing what I actually want to do. Social media, I really don't I didn't want to do the face to face thing. Like I would much rather do a faceless thing, but I realized that people don't like the like looking at a screen while talking to a podcast. Some people do, some people don't. So I can do this for you if you do like it, but if you don't like it, then you just turn it off and you don't have to see my face. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm not that good looking of a guy. But yeah, so like wait, I gotta go back to this these notes. But yeah, and then the next note I have is the actual feeling of pushing through something and not going around it. The actual adversity of going through something and having that feeling, because like we were saying, the journey that I had with life insurance, it was so quiet but so loud in here because I was in this car. Well, I had a 2014 Jeep Patriot before I got this car, but I had that car and I was in there and it was so loud, but my car was so quiet. And that's where I want to say the journey gets quiet because then you start to realize you lose people in your life because they're seeing what you're doing and they're getting insecure, or they just they don't have the faith that you can do it. Because whenever you tell someone what you're trying to do, they're going to give their opinion on what they would do in your situation. And you really realize that because try and tell the right person your goals and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait to see what happens. But if you tell the wrong person, they're like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or like, you know that's not going to work, why are you even trying? So you have to be able to know who to tell your things and who not to. At the start, I say go willy-nilly and see what happens, and you could realize who's there for you and who's not, and what type of person you should be telling and what person you shouldn't, because life is really a trial and error. Like, that's once again what I do with like employees and cashiers wherever I go to stores. I just try and talk and see what comes out of it. I don't I don't hold a like, oh, I hope this happens, I hope this happens. I'm just like, oh, I see that person, I want to see what happens. So yeah. And I lost the the actual feeling. Like, okay, so I got to this 6 months when I was at the first company, and it felt like I had no idea what I was doing, but I continuously kept trying, and a new opportunity came to me. If I was to just give up, I don't know where I'd be. I would probably be stuck at something doing the same thing, not in this mindset. But I continuously kept going, and something new came up. So the actual feeling of going through it is so hard, but is so worth it because something is going to happen. The universe is going to see that you are trying, and the universe is going to pay you back. No matter if it's right now, no matter if it's in a few weeks, a few months, a few years, a few decades, whatever it is going to pay you back. But in the moment, it's not going to feel like it. It is not. And I know it's not going to feel like it's paying me back while doing this. Like, I know I'll probably get 15 views on this, but I know if I continuously post every single day and social media clips and podcasts and doing this and new social media pages, I know that something is going to come back because this is what I want to actually do. I actually want to do this. So I know that if I continuously do it, something's going to come out of it. But we have to get through the getting through feeling first. And next topic I had was thriving through adversity. I will get better at like switching topics, but obviously my first one I'm just learning. Um, but thriving through adversity. Okay, this is a big one I just saw while I was taking down the notes. So thriving through adversity, I take that as when no matter what you're going through, you still have a smile on your face. You're still spreading positivity because the world does need positivity. You and I, we all know that life and the system that life is holds us down. It wants us to hold us down because they know they have the power. They don't want us to be unified and be able to get up there with them and then surpass them. So that's why in my opinion, that's why the whole red and blue side of politics is fake, because the government has made that up and they know that if we were to be all on one team, they wouldn't be in power anymore. But once again, another topic we could talk about later. So just thriving through adversity, like these past 2 weeks, like I said, I lost my job and I've been creating and making myself better, but I haven't been making money. So, and making money back in the past was my biggest thing. Like if I had money, I'd be happy. But I've realized now that's not the case because I was making the money and I was seeing these things and I was going to do new things, but I was still not here. So thriving through adversity is going through day-to-day life when you're in public, no matter where you are, you're spreading positivity and trying to make other people feel better, and make, because it's going to make yourself feel better at the same time. That's why you do this 60-40 conversation, because if you let someone else talk for 60% of the conversation, that's probably the most they're going to talk all day. So then you're able to, unless they got a customer service job, or they're doing those type of things, but they're the most they'll talk the way they want to, because when you're customer service, when you're doing your job, that's not the way you want to talk, but you have to. But in this situation, you're able to give that person the outlet of actually being able to talk the way they want to, and talk about the things that they like and the things that they're passionate about. So that's spreading the positivity to the person to be able to express themselves, because people can not express themselves nowadays, because social media is you expressing yourself, but on a screen instead of in real life. The feeling I have when I talk about my passions, oh my gosh, it's amazing. But when I post about it, it's just something and then I forget about it. Like, but that feeling does not leave me when I'm telling someone in person. So I know that that does it for other people too, because if it's doing it for me, it has to be doing it somewhat for other people, because I am human and I know we are all the same. Not the same, but the same. I hope you get that part, because I that's hard for me to explain. I hope you get that. Um But yeah, just spreading the positivity that you're able to give people, it's gonna come back to you. The things you put out into the earth are gonna come back, no matter if it's good or bad. Karma, yin and yang, whatever you want to call it. It's real. It's real. Mm, yeah, and then going through adversity, and then I should have said this in like the beginning, but I do really want to help young adults who have been through things that they think that they can't come back from. And I don't want to say I don't want to say that, because I know that I can help people older than me, and I know I can help people who don't want to bring up those battles that they have with themselves, because it's any age. I've realized that age does not matter. I've realized experience is what brings the maturity, not your age. I've seen 70, 80-year olds who they're still stuck in the same ways they were before, and they've never grown. So I know that age does not matter anymore. So, okay, so I didn't want to say young adults. I just want to say adults who want to make change, because there's so many people in the world who say they want to make change and they want to do this, they want to do that, but it's just talking, 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 instead of making action. This is action. This is action. The mess that is in my mind and the mess that's in my room from this is action. This is it. But that's who I want to help. I want to help people who want to take action, because action is the way that you make things happen. So I just want to be able to show you guys that it is possible. I know I'm not successful right now. I know I'm not Bill Gates. I know I'm not a owner of anything, but I know it'll make it to them. And I know I have the right mentality for it. I know I do. I know I do. And I hope that this 33 minutes that I've been talking, you can see a little bit into that, because I have so much more to talk about. And that's why I want to do this. So yeah, this is the first one. I wanted to come on here and be able to give my thoughts and be able to tell you who I am a little bit. And yeah, we're at 33:25 right now. I think that's a pretty good pace. Obviously, everything's gonna be a little different when I'm talking about different topics and stuff. So we'll just see where it goes. And I really hope that you guys can be on this journey with me, because, like I said, I want to be able to help, and I know if I'm trying to help, you guys are going to be able to help me as well, because you guys have ideas that I don't have, and I have ideas that you don't have. So you could have an idea that I could be better at, and I can have an idea that you could be better at, but us being able to communicate will be able to give us those ideas to make the actions happen. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that as an egotistical way of, oh, I think that I could do something better than you. I'm just saying that I know I can do better things than other people, and I know that other people can do better things than me. And that's because I know that us humans are on the same level. No one's better than anyone, because I have things to provide, you have things to provide. We can provide those things to each other and help each other and try and fight this system that is the world. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I'll be I don't know if you guys find my Instagram or whatever, or TikTok through this, but I'll put a link in the bio, just so when I do post, you'll know where to go. You know what I mean? Because I know with YouTube, you have to like look up stuff to be able to find what you really want. But on TikTok, it's a algorithm. It's the word algorithm. Algorithm. The algorithm is what like helps you find out. So like following me will be, but I'll post clips and stuff on there, TikTok, Instagram, so that you'll know when I post and all that, and we'll be able to just get this ball rolling. You know what I mean? So I really hope that you guys be able to join this journey with me, because I know it's gonna be something. I know it is, and I'm gonna look back at this video like I. I have this feeling of like crying right now already, but I know I'm gonna look at this video in like 10 years, and I'm gonna be able to like look around my life and realize like this was the first real step. You know what I mean? So yeah, and now I'm ending this because yeah, we got too far. We'll talk later, guys. Good things are on the way.